I'm saying no to two serial killer stories a week. So,
Really?
yeah.
सब बोल रहे हैं आप killer होंगे.
When I started out, I thought I would not be with an actress or anybody from the industry just because I probably was very angry at the industry. Somewhere Shah Rukh Khan Saab said ki if you want to be successful, give up on good food, good life. Your life is going to be tough. You're going to be not getting enough sleep, enough food. You won't eat on time, you will sleep on time. And I was like, God, I don't know. I don't think I have it in me. I really need my 8 hours sleep and I need my afternoon nap as well.
Vijay, it's so lovely to have you on Now Binging. This is our signature show for streaming. And I feel like what used to be true of actors in the mid-90s, you know, when I first started out, actors used to do multiple projects. और उस वक्त Anupam Kher was like madly busy and लोग कहते थे कि you can't make a film without Ross Stock and Anupam Kher. So I feel today you can't make a streaming show without Vijay Varma.
Well, I don't know. I think I've seen enough long phases of not being employed. So I think right now when I'm getting really good opportunities, मैं सब जगह हूँ.
And hona bhi chahiye. And it's such a joy. You're such a fine actor. So Vijay, this is the thing. Your success is a testament to the power of talent. Because you're here on the shoulders of pure, blazing, incredible talent.
Thank you.
Right? And you've seen long years of struggle, of the small roles, of just waiting. But now that you're spoiled for choice, what is the hurdle? What is sort of the next big challenge?
Is to sometimes, you know, because it's a really happy problem.
It's a
it's
fab
a really
problem.
a problem that I love because it's like choosing between two fab scripts and two fab maybe good directors because you're sometimes stuck with a certain timeline. So I'm in that kind of a problem. So I'm very happy to be here. And we're trying to make the most of all kinds of interesting stories that is coming. So I don't see any hurdles. I only see like great opportunities now. And my entire focus right now is to not get worried about the frills and try to work on the characters because that can take a backseat if you get too caught up in the frills.
What do you mean by frills?
Frills is, you know, if you take up too much apart from work because there are other ways of earning money and there are other means to like a simple thing like I've come here today, right? So I want to focus on the interview because it's important that I'm here speaking with you. It's not often that we get a chance to sit across and have a conversation. But then there is this, you know, सुबह उठा आपको ready होना है, फिर आपको photos खींचना है, फिर photos approve करना है. So all that is frills for me. So I try to minimize that as much as I can. Yeah. And I've managed to do that considerably well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vijay, you started playing a cop, Monsoon Shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most recent series, Kalkut, is also playing a cop, but this is a good cop. That was a good cop too.
Yeah.
That 10 years ago, it's 10 years of Vijay Varma.
Yes.
Which is a wonderful milestone. What's interesting is that you called the Kalkut character a palate cleanser. Right?
For you.
But in other interviews, you also said कि I'm very happy, I'm madly in love, and I feel my villain era is over. My romance era is starting. So are we going to see a completely different Vijay Varma?
So I can get bored of what I have done. So that's what has happened. As much as I enjoy doing it, but I can't do enough. I can't do more of it. I knew it
Being
when
the bad guy.
No, a kind of a bad guy. I would love to be a supervillain. It's not like I'm not saying no to bad guys. I want them to surprise me. Darlings, that Hamza surprised me. I've never seen a man like that on screen. You know, the arc that he has. He didn't change. He started as an asshole, he continued to be an asshole, and he died as an asshole. So there's no arc per se. You know, that was very interesting for me. ये सुधरा ही नहीं, इसके अंदर सुधरने का स्कोप ही नहीं था. And I knew that I can only play one serial killer in this career. It's boring otherwise. So I picked the right one
Yeah,
for
you
the
did.
heart.
Yeah.
And then I'm done with it. So I know that I'm saying no to 2 serial killer stories a week. So,
Really?
Yeah.
सब बोले आप किलर होंगे.
They're like babies को काटते हैं, फिर babies को store करते हैं. तो I'm like, भाई, I'm done with my serial killers.
And you're like अब हो गया. बहुत लोगों को
एक
मैंने
करना
मार
था
लिया.
मैंने.
है ना?
Nah, I think Anthony Hopkins did one and that's enough.
It's a good role model to have.
Yeah.
But you've said to get out of these characters, to get out of Anand in Dahad, or maybe even Hamza in Darlings, you've talked to your mom. Because when you speak to her, you shed that person
Yeah.
you're playing and
Yeah.
you become the son again.
Yeah.
Tell me about these conversations. What are you actually talking about?
I don't talk about work at all. I just ask her what was her day like, and she'll tell me simple things like, वो मेरा घर किशनगढ़ वाला तेरा मामा बोल रहा है कि उसको बेचना है, मेरे को तो नहीं बेचना है. मैं कहा खरीद ले. कह रहे वो रहेगा कौन. मैं कहा खरीद देते हैं. तो इस तरह का just get back to
Routine.
her life, you
हाँ,
know, and
हाँ.
what her concerns are, what is bothering her, and where is her heart right now, you know, stuff like that.
Does she know she's a part of your process?
I don't think she knows. She's very simple. She's just like, she meets me and she immediately treats me like how I was before I left home. So things have not happened to her. What happened to me, which is very, very refreshing.
And then once you've sort of, as you speak to her, you find yourself becoming yourself again.
Yeah. I just realized that I'm not very important.
Kishangarh ka ghar is more important. That's lovely.
Yeah, I just realized I'm not the most important thing because that's what one can believe in,
Yeah.
you know, and ups and downs. Like I'm not the worst person, I'm not the best person. None of these are there. I'm just her son, and you just go back to your memory of how you were as a kid around her, and it just goes on with my father as well. It's just not my mother. My father and I share a even more complex and dynamic relationship, and it has been evolving. It was started with a great deal of love when I was a little boy, then the great deal of hero worship that I had for him in my younger days. He used to fulfill every demand of mine. I was the youngest, so I was spoiled until I came to an age where I started to have my own thoughts, and he didn't like it. He wanted me to join the business, and I wanted to do anything but work with him. So that's where the conflict started, and he was also strong about his stand, and I was fighting for my stand. It went on for years until I decided, I don't think this man wants what is good for me. Then I ran away from home, and then there was 7-8 years of no talking, and then we kind of came to a place where he was able to sit with me in the room, to now where we are able to sending me good morning bhajans,
That's so sweet.
sending me photos of what he's seeing on news, and some recipe that he found which will cure a bad throat. Just beautiful, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my mother today sent me 5 anti-aging fruits I should eat every morning. That is love.
I've not had this for years, so I'm very, very happy with this.
How lovely. How lovely. So, you know, a couple of months ago, I interviewed Tamanna and I asked her that when two people are both actors and are partners, is there a lot of conversation about process and acting? And she said, you ask him. So I'm asking you.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I like to. When I started out, I thought I would not be with an actress or anybody from the industry, just because I probably was very angry at the industry. And so when we started seeing each other, I found so much value in having somebody who knows the game, who knows the business, who understands the artistic, the creative, the logistic, the financial, all sides of the movie making.
Because it's very specific.
It's so specific to this industry, and her experience and her good work and good sense really helps me a lot. She brings perspective to many things. Sometimes I'm just suffering because I'm feeling a certain way in a day because I did something, some interview had said something, and she like brings a perspective immediately, and she'll tell me I did that and I got away with it. I'm like, okay. So that kind of, and also she's not good at watching um, anything on TV. She has a TV, I was told, but because we've never turned it on. So she's not like she cannot come to your show because she's like, now binging क्या होता है? So
Oh dear. फिर?
so she's going for movies because I'm going for movies these days. So she's really thankful of me for introducing her to films that otherwise were missing from her life.
Okay, it's time now, Vijay, for the binge list. This is the part which I guess, like you said, Tamanna will never be able to answer because binging kya hai, right? But you are a binger. Are
But
you?
she knows the word. I'm just. But
I'm
she's
just kidding.
not a binger. Yeah.
Yeah, but are you a binger?
I am. I have been. I've been a binger ever since I went to the film school because I found a small DVD player with a screen.
I remember those.
And then put a DVD.
Yeah.
And
You
put the
portable,
headphones on.
right? You could take them
It was
anywhere.
pre-laptop because I couldn't afford one. So this 7-inch was my binging fest, and I saw world cinema on that 7-inch screen.
Tell me now, if you like a show, Vijay, can you like go all night? Do you do those?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do that very often. It's especially when I'm not shooting. On the day I'm shooting, I make sure that I don't look at my video game and TV. Both.
So what's the last show you did this for?
I watched Jubilee and Ji Karda in a weeks apart, and two nights both. Finished
Really?
them, yeah.
Okay, that's impressive. Is there a genre you're partial to?
Sci-fi, I have a soft heart for. Anything with sci-fi, I'll probably give it a try, and then see if it sticks. But binging shows-wise, I like drama. I think I'm a big sucker for dramas. Anybody who gives a good drama, and I'm a big lover of fantasy adventure. So the Game of Thrones, the Lord of the Rings, The Witcher, all of these are my favorite genres.
Okay, what's the last performance in an Indian series that made you jealous?
Siddhant was very good in Jubilee.
Yeah.
It was a very bright performance and very nuanced one. Didn't make me jealous, I celebrated it. I feel like a boy like that entering the industry at this time only improves the game for everybody.
Nice.
It brings in the right kind of competition for everybody who's not deserving of it.
Is there a film that's shaped you as an actor?
A lot of films actually. I think Namesake left a very strong mark as to how much silences mean. Irfan left a huge mark with whatever he did. I think I really enjoyed Nasir Saab's command over his speech and his incredible characterizations that he is capable of. I was blown by several films. I think Serpico left the biggest impact.
In what way?
Because it showed cop and undercover cops in a way that I've never seen before.
You've played some great bad guys, but are there villains you admire?
I like the bad guys. As I mentioned, like Tony Montana is like all-time favorite. I think. Oh yes, Cape Fear.
Robert De Niro
Robert De
again?
Niro and Cape Fear.
Yeah.
My God, what a menace!
Terrifying.
What a menacing man, and what a tough guy. They're beating him with steel rods, and he's like, खुजाया मेरे को, अच्छा लगा खुजाया मेरे को.
With all those tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a scary part.
So, can fictional characters like this Cape Fear person, do they scare you, or are you've done it and done it so well that it's taken the sort of the dread out of it for you?
No, kayfabe will scare me at any time. It's and the more you know about life and you understand life better, this film will scare you even further. Because when I saw it, I didn't have a family, I didn't have a house, I didn't understand what a wife and a daughter means. I didn't understand what your wealth means to you or what your status means to you. Right now, it'll hit different, you know. So I feel like good piece of stories will keep giving you more and more. They're waiting for you to upgrade yourself and come back. कि सॉफ्टवेयर अपग्रेड करके फिर देख like how good poetry is, you know, you'll understand more of it, and but just 4 lines, but they'll mean more to you because life has happened.
Yeah.
So this is happening. I've made a list of some films that I want to revisit because I was like, I didn't have the brains.
Like what?
Like the bicycle thief. Of course, I want to watch Solaris because उस टाइम पे सो गया था हम लोग स्क्रीनिंग में.
FTR में देखी होगी.
Yeah.
हाँ.
I slept in the archives. It was very pleasant. Really nice evening nap.
What are some of your favorite series, Vijay?
I've enjoyed so many of them, and I'm an avid watcher. So I think I got into series with, I believe, Game of Thrones. That's my entry into it. And I was like, this is it. This is my life. I just want to wake up and watch series. That's it. मेरे को यही करना है. How do I make this happen? How do I do that one ad and then just come back home and get the money for the entire month and just watch?
What a life that would be.
Yeah, that's my retirement plan. To just sit in a nice grandmama's couch and watch series and play video games and garden a bit.
Sounds terrific. फिर
Yeah.
उसके बाद after Game of
So
Thrones?
Game of Thrones was one, and then True Detective was one of those that I was like, this is masterclass storytelling. True Detective season 1 is, I believe, the gold standard in series in a long format. I enjoyed The Nick a lot. Show by Steven Soderbergh with Clive Owen in it, set in the late 1800. He's a surgeon. Science is just finding itself. There's no X-ray machine. Penicillin is just around the corner. They're still using heroin as a, sedative. So it's very early science and how people were doing surgeries and finding. Mental health का तो कुछ में कुछ अंदाज़ा ही नहीं है. They're like, if there is something wrong in people's head, they're like, इसके दांत निकाल दो. दांत में germs होते हैं, वो gums में बैठ जाते हैं, उसको निकालने से ठीक हो जाएंगे, या church लेके जाओ. So all such things are there. What else?
Indian ones?
The first that I got into, which I found so impressive, was a show called Bring On the Night. Not many people know about this show. This was just at the cusp of television meeting web series. I think MTV का था वो. Vishwesh Krishnamurthy, the guy who made 99 songs,
Right.
I believe.
Huh.
He directed a mini series. It has Arjun Mathur, Hussain Dalal, Sarang, Sathe, and host of other incredible actors who eventually became their own full selves. Like they found great cinematic landscape for themselves. It was very beginning, and that show blew my mind. It was so good, and I feel I'm a big Sacred Games fan. Season 1 was iconic.
It was.
And I'm also part of another iconic show called Mirzapur.
Yes?
It's one of my favorite shows.
Of course you are.
I mean, I was a fan first because I entered in season 2. I was a fan in season 1. Then that's the reason why it was easy for me to enter the series. I think Patal Lok is one of my favorites. And what a compelling performance overall by the team and Jaideep particularly. Yeah, these are my favorites. And Jubilee I enjoyed a lot recently.
Yeah. If you could act in the remake of an international series, which one would you pick?
Fleabag. I would play the hot priest. I don't have the skills and the talent to play the main character. She's too good. We need a fiery actress in our industry. Very bad. So,
Yes.
Sorry.
Your first acting job was in Rajan DK's short film.
Yeah.
Right? Sure. Now, if you could pick one of their series, would you pick Farzi or would you pick Family Man?
I mean, I'm a Family Man fan first, and then Fuzzy happened. There is good in both, but because my first interaction with their universe was Family Man, so and I'm a big Manoj Bajpayee, and my friend Sunny is in it, so.
And who are three directors on your bucket list?
I think Sriram Raghavan, Vikramaditya Motwane, and Dibakar Banerjee,
Nice.
and Vishal Bhardwaj.
Acha, chal, take four. How lovely.
Yeah.
Who are three actors you would love to work with, who you haven't so far?
Oh God, that's a long list for me. I want to work with Tabu in a big capacity. Um, we shared one fleeting moment in Suitable Boy, but I would like to explore a solid relationship with her on screen. That would be really nice for me personally. Um, I want to work with Ranbir Kapoor. I find him very fascinating performer. Such a physical actor, and there are some that are not around that I wanted to work with. Irfan Saab. Hey, I want to work with Ranveer again. What a blast he used to work with.
Really?
Yeah. I had a best time shooting Gully Boy with him. He's so good. He's one of the most gifted, one of the most giving co-actor. So good.
He's generous.
He's really generous as a co-actor, and so much delight to work with. I miss him. Yeah.
Well, listen, it was fantastic. I hope the two of you get together
Yes.
very soon.
Yes.
Gully Boy was like hands down my favorite film of 2019.
Thank you so much. It was
Loved
mine
it.
as well.
Yeah,
It
loved
changed
it.
the life. It changed my life.
Yeah, it was so good, and you were so good. Okay, segment 3, Vijay, you will pick those up. Those are Polaroids of your Instagram posts.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you for the behind the scenes
All right.
stories
Okay.
of what this was. So, Vijay, look at that picture, and your caption is "Ho gayi tasalli." FTII Zindabad. Tell me the behind the scenes story. ये क्या हो रहा था?
There was the whole of Instagram was doing 10-year challenge of how you were 10 years ago and how you are now. And 10 years ago, I was playing a girl in a play set in 1930s. I'm playing a nice Bengali girl. You can't tell, but I did everything. I'm wearing the Bengali style sari. I'm wearing a banyan because I was quickly changing into an old man right after this scene.
You were multitasking.
I was doing 5 roles in this play.
Budget थोड़ा कम था?
नहीं, budget कम नहीं था. All the big roles went to other amazing actors. I was left with whatever little pieces of nuggets, and I made something out of it, and I got the maximum claps.
Nice.
I
Next,
was typecast as a girl.
after this?
Yeah. So I did another short film in FTI as a girl. So I then had to fight that typecasting early on.
It's just the story of your life.
I've played a very formidable girl on screen. I'll show
Nice.
it to you someday.
Really?
Yeah.
Acha, next one. Your caption is Blast from the Past. Found some of my favorite audio cassettes at home in Hyderabad. Damn, I spent months on these. How
Yeah.
lovely. Tell me
Yeah.
more.
So it's cut to like early 90s when you understand that music is something that really is fun. Michael Jackson's Bad was around. My father was a big fan. And so sometimes the day would start with Michael Jackson first thing. And my brother started to dance on him. So he used to learn breakdance just watching Michael Jackson videos. So we've heard that tape so much कि वो घस गया था. And my father used to enjoy this Umar Sharif comedy cassettes, audio cassettes, and they were so good. We used to really laugh. And there was Johnny Lever also, which I couldn't find. Madonna also my father's influence. Tum To There Pardesi is my Marwadi family influence. And Style Bhai is me because my first love for hip hop happened with Style Bhai. There's actually a rapper who came. His name was Style Bhai. He was a big thing in Hyderabad. You say yo, ऐसे namaste. You say what's up, ऐसे क्या करते? अरे Bombay. It's like very good. I love it. So when I went back, which I don't know which year this is, maybe the lockdown time, then we had all the time to do all these things.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The next one is Honey, I Just Photobombed the Legend.
There was no honey in my life, but yeah.
What were you doing here?
Okay, so this is after we finished the Delhi schedule. We are shooting in Film City in a set we built for the courtroom, and I don't have any scene with Mr. Bachchan in the first half of the film. In the courtroom also we don't have scene, but I'm there. So Tapsi, he's probably standing there doing his lines. Tapsi goes back and she just does a little bit and then runs away. And I happen to go after her. And I got encouraged कि उसने ऐसे किया तो मैं भी कुछ करता हूँ. Then I went a little extra and that got caught. And I see all these security guards, all the safari suit clad army of Mr. Bachchan really giving me a side eye. And so I did this, and next day he came on the set and he was like, "You come, bring my laptop, come, everybody come." ऐसे करके सबको put the laptop on the table, opened. I want to show you what you guys did. Opened his blog. He used to write blog maybe. His blog. Scroll through. Come to this picture. This is what you do behind me. This is what you do. And I'm thinking, is he serious or not? And Shujitda is like, what does this mean?
Were you scared?
I was scared for a second. I was like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But it was basically, he was trying to be cute.
Yeah, yeah. And he's very funny.
Yeah, he's damn funny.
He's very funny.
He's damn funny.
And I love the last one where you just say my hobbies are.
Yeah.
ये क्या हो रहा था? आप कहाँ सो रहे हो?
This is during Kalkut. So I am moving from Banaras to some other place. And I knew that I had this many hours because I had to do a brand, like a fashion designer's photo shoot. And I wanted to look pretty. So I wanted to get a beauty nap on the way. And Karan, my assistant, he was around. He made sure that I get the best sleep, like a business class flatbed experience in a Innova car. So he's put the local towel he found to cover the. So asked me to wear a hoodie. And then carried the pillow. And this is just one picture. So I really love naps. I really like taking naps. It's one of my favorite things to do in life. So I take a nap everywhere. That's my hobby.
Nice. Well, you do well. Apparently, napping is very good for you.
Yeah.
So it is a superpower to be able to sleep like this.
Yeah. So I heard somewhere Shah Rukh Khan Saab said ki if you want to be successful, give up on good hygiene, good food, good life, something to that effect. Like your life is going to be tough. You're going to be not getting enough sleep, enough food. You won't eat on time. You won't sleep on time. And I was like, God, I don't know. I don't think I have it in me. I really need my 8 hours sleep and I need my afternoon nap as well.
I love that. That just kind of humanizes all these awful men you've played.
Yeah.
Because when I watch them and get scared, I'll just remember, no, it's an actor who needs to take a nap. Vijay, thank you so much. It was so lovely to speak with you.
It was absolute pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. You, come. Bring my laptop. Come, everybody come. ऐसे करके सबको put the laptop on the table, opened. I want to show you what you guys did. Opened his blog. He used to write blog maybe. His blog. Scroll through. Come to this picture. This is what you do behind me. This is what you do. And I'm thinking, is he serious or not? And Shujitda is like, what does this